used to be like, if you're not paying for stuff, seeing ads is the least you can do to support something. You should be watching ads. F stream. F, oh no. It's back. We're back. I wonder if that's gonna reset the timer at all. I didn't go down at all. I didn't even know that it went down. Other than, oh, I just saw my viewers go to 0. It reset the timer, yeah? That's unfortunate. Oh, well. I still see that my live timer is 1 hour, 31 minutes. I do see that my Twitch stats have, like, reset. 3 stream day. Oh, God. Euland has been streaming for not live. 1 minute. Is it up right now? LOL, not live. EA, welcome back. Refresh. I see, okay. I see my viewers back. I see 29. And I see the timer says 1 minute now. Yeah, we see you. Yeah, it's at 1:20 ATM. Okay. I don't know what that hiccup was. I literally didn't see it at all. I was just walking, and then I just saw also F, oh no. And I was like, huh? I didn't see anything to indicate that we went down at all. I'll tell you what, guys. Before being a streamer, I used to, like... Did stream glitch? It did. What happened? Stream just went down for a moment. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. Before I streamed, I used to be like, this doesn't mean anything. Streamers, stop getting so upset by it. Like, you know, so your numbers went down a bit from the people that were, like, asleep or AFK. It's fine, you know, just keep streaming. The more you talk about it, the more upset you are by it, the less we want to watch. Because I'm a firm believer that if streamers having a good time, they put on a better show. And when streamers upset and forcing themselves to stream, people enjoy it less. Don't fucking give me a slow stare like that, Icy Fire. You didn't hear the first part of it where I said, before I streamed, I believe this. Fucking turn your ass around. Turn your ass around right now, Buster. It was funny, fight me. Fucking look forward, damn it. That was what I thought before I streamed. I was very unsympathetic to people getting upset over, like, scuff and glitchiness. I was like, get over it. It happens to everybody. The more you cry about it, the less we want to be here and the worse you make it for yourself. And then I started streaming. And scuff is the most upsetting shit that just ruins my day. And I'm just like, no, why is it working? I didn't do anything differently from yesterday. It is so... It's pretty fucking depressing when you're really paying attention to view count, and you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be watching view count that hard, but it's really depressing when you have, like, a good view count day. Your stream goes down for a minute or two, and it comes back, and you have half that, and it's just like, ah, man. Really? It is not fun to watch someone who's not having fun. There's some people who, they're great actors. They're very good. They don't see Twitch and streaming as, you know, them putting themselves out there. They see it as putting a performance out there. I'm not one of those. If I'm not having a good time, if I'm struggling, I think you guys can pick it up very well. I don't think I can hide it that well. I think when I'm having fun, I put out an energy that you guys pick up and enjoy. But there are other people who, they will say it does not matter whether you're having fun, whether you are not having fun. It doesn't matter whether you're, you know, what mood you're in, how you're feeling, how much you like the game. It is all about your skill as a performer. And I do agree with that. There are some people that are like that. But I think that is, you know, skill as a performer. And some people just don't have that skill. Some people can put on absolutely amazing streams, They just, you know, need to be in an amazing mood. And, like, there's people who, they're in amazing moods all the time. You know those people that just seem happy? It just, like, it just seems like they got their shit together and they're always in a good mood. I try to be like that. I think for the most part I am like that. So I don't really need to, like, make a performance to stream. I can tell you guys right now, there has never been a stream where I'm, like, actually depressed. I want to be doing anything else but streaming, but I'm like, nope, I gotta do it. It's my responsibility. It has to happen. And I'm fucking faking the smile. I've never had a stream like that. Get over it, streamer. Elon, can you shut up and focus on being happy? Wait, if you shut up, that would stop you from telling me the holidays. My own trick is backfired. Fine, you're allowed to talk. And before I get punted? No. It's called delusion. I gaslight myself into being happy most days, Keck. Oh, no. We're ready for the holidays. Let's go over those. Discord. There weren't too many holidays today. I did look at them last night. When the day switched over, I did check these beforehand. And I know there's a really good one today. Wait, I want to go back to the punting. I'm not gonna punt Icy Fire Mage. Not while I'm walking. What will win the Holiday Royale? Gaslight? That's my atmosphere. Not gonna lie, I'm still pretty sad that I had to give up on Monster Hunter World, Monster Hunter in general. Wait. Go into that, North Prince. What do you mean you had to give up on those? Why? Is that like watching them or playing them? Or streaming them? Hi, Riddle. I'm too hungry to think for a food stuff. Octal Mage. The first holiday today is Ada Lovelace Day. ADA space Lovelace Day. I have no idea what that means. But sure, it's that holiday today. What the fuck is that, huh? I have no idea. Alvin C. York Day. Who the fuck is that? Get in the lacy. We're talking about Monster Hunter upcoming games. 343 Industries turned to Halo Studios and showed off their Unreal Engine. Yeah, and I saw a bunch of memes of people being like, you'll never hide what you did. We will never forget who you are and your failures. I'm judging you for not knowing Ada? Tell us who they are, Octomage. Educate us. Because normally I would like look these up and I don't know why, I didn't. I can't capture Elder Dragons. I was only tolerating it because I have people who play it. Once I found that out, I just couldn't handle knowing that I can't capture them. Okay, so North Prince. Does that come from a sense of like you don't want to hurt the monsters? And so you don't like that you have to kill them? Or is it like you find capturing to be a system in the game that you really enjoy? And so now that you can't capture, you're like, they just took out a massive part of the enjoyment for me? Because personally, I hate capturing monsters. I just want to unga bunga turn my brain off and kill everything. Oh no, Prince is unaware. It's a mix of both? Okay. I want to unga bunga and kill everything. And so anytime I have a quest where it's like, you have to capture these, I'm just like, ugh. One of my least favorite things in Monster Hunter was in the old games where you got more rewards for capturing stuff. And so like, I would kill a monster and people would literally complain to me. Or I would want to kill the monster and somebody would just capture it for no reason without asking. I wouldn't complain or get upset, but I was like, really? Whatever. I would have preferred it the other way. Ada Lovelace is considered by many to be the first computer programmer. Oh, her! Okay. So she's only really a big deal to software devs? I see. It's a mix of both. As a hunter myself, sometimes it's more rewarding to just witness wild animals. I never actually judge someone for not knowing something. Of course. I know when you're teasing. I hope you see me. I'm right here. God damn it. You're just trying to get punted today. I swear. No, I prefer killing over capturing. They have made capturing a lot easier in recent games. They made it real easy to just buy the components for traps. In past games, if you wanted shock traps, you had to go farm thunderbugs. There was no way to just buy shock traps. You could buy the stuff for pitfall traps, but shock traps were just better. And so, if you wanted shock traps, you had to spend time farming them. And I hate consumables. I think so that's what it comes down to, is just consumables are just fucking... hate them in games. I know a world where you can punt people? Didn't you always have to buy trap tool? Then add net shock bug? Yes. Yes. You could buy nets. And so if you needed traps, you could buy the trap tool, and you could buy the net and make them. But for shock bugs, you could only get them at the farm or out with the fucking net. And farming bugs was annoying because you had to have bug nets for that. And bug nets fucking break. So you'd make 5 bug nets. And you'd go out to a field expedition. And you'd find some bugs and you'd net them. And your bug net would break. And then you get 3 to 5 bugs per node. And nothing was more infuriating than you've got a bug net. It breaks. Get your second one out. It breaks. Get your third one out. It breaks. You've got 3 bugs. But you're down to 2 of 5 bug nets because you can only hold 5. And you've only gone to the first node. There's 6 more to go to in the map. And it's just oh, I fucking hate this. Remember bomb casing for Trank? Yup. Hunt Yulin Lovely. Just go with more nets. I mean, yeah, that's what you would do. If you were going farming, you would wear farming gear so that your bug nets were less likely to break. You would bring 5 gold bug nets. You would bring 5 heavy bug nets, and you would bring 5 flimsy bug nets. And you would just, if you were lucky, you didn't break any of them. If you were unlucky, you'd break all your gold bug nets. But you could pretty reliably get all the nodes in a farming expedition. But in World, they just said that's fucking stupid, and they got rid of bug nets. They got rid of mining pickaxes. They just got rid of that shit because it was a dumb part of the game. And so, thankfully, in World and Rise, that's just not a thing. You want to go farming for that stuff? Typically, you get more than enough in the farms in the hub. But if you really need more, you can go farm it without it being too much of a hassle. Without having to worry about fucking bug nets. How did we get there? What was I talking about before bug nets and... Oh yeah, just Monster Hunter in general. I don't know. That's unfortunate to me, North Prince, because I think Monster Hunter is one of those perfect IPs that, I just love it. I love it so much. The only thing I've seen with somebody where they were I want to get into Monster Hunter, but I just can't. And I was like, I can get you into Monster Hunter. What was the problem? And I'm expecting, they weren't having fun. Their friends were carrying them. They had a negative experience. And they were just like, yeah. I had a brother who just won't shut up about how much they like Monster Hunter. And because they won't stop talking about it, I don't like Monster Hunter. I'm like, oh shit. Oh no. How do I tell you Monster Hunter is perfect when the problem is people telling you that Monster Hunter is perfect? Well, this is a dilemma. And so with this particular person, I'm like, I have no idea how I would get them into it. I just don't. Unless they come to me and they're like, I want to play with you, let's play, which I do not expect. I don't think they're gonna like Monster Hunter. We had to wait till later game for Mega Bug Nets. Just don't break the net, you alpha sub. Green Zealand Wrath. You can still mine though? No, Pixel. You can still mine and you can still catch bugs in Monster Hunter. But you don't have a literal consumable bug net. Same thing with mining. You used to have to bring 5 old pickaxes, 5 iron pickaxes, 5 golden pickaxes, and they each had a chance to break. But in World and on, they said fuck pickaxes. If you find a mining node, you just have a pickaxe that you mine the thing with, and it won't break. It's like not a thing in your equipment, it's just part of the animation. They also got rid of collecting whetstones. Good lord, yes. Imagine not having infinite sharpening. Holidays, 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 holidays. For me, it's like trying to drive a manual stick shift car, but with the controls of an automatic. Also, I need to show Lofam this emote. Real rockin' stone. Whose emote is that? Wolfen? Okay. Oh, Wolfing, yes, gotcha. That's a pretty good one. We work to earn the right to work. Rockin' stone. To go back to the holidays, Alvin C. York Day. I have no idea who that is. American Touch Tag Day. Why does Touch Tag need a holiday? 3 on the tree. Headspace Day, Australia. International Face Your Fears Day. It's safer than football for kids. It is, it is. Alvin C. York. The SEE is just a C. Shitty holiday so far. Here's the big one. Here's the best one. International Lesbian Day. Yep. It's International Lesbian Day. So, lesbians out there, you're literally winning today. It's your day. International Off-Road Day. National Fluffernutter Day. Let's go, lesbians, let's go. National Hero Day. National Pierogi Day. National Salmon Day. Own Business Day, and World Octopus Day. What the fuck is a Fluffernutter? I think... So I read Fluffernutter, and I was thinking Nutter Butter, and I'm like, wait, that's different. I actually don't know what a Fluffernutter is. I mean, it's not food, but I can eat them too. Off-road, my holiday, sorry, ladies. Somebody look up a Fluffernutter. What is that? Because that is, you know, potentially best holiday. Peanut butter and marshmallow fluff? Ooh. That does sound kind of good. Fluffernutter is a sandwich made with peanut butter and marshmallow cream between 2 slices of white bread. That honestly sounds like I'd fucking love that. Fluffernutter Day is good. Lesbian Day is good. Pierogi Day is good. Salmon Day is... Salmon's the fish that everybody likes, right? Like PB&J, but marshmallow. It's actually pretty good. Really sweet, though. Well, food wins for me. Poogie Day win. I've never had marshmallow cream. I don't think I have either. Fluffernutter is when you nut. But you fluff it before you fall on your homie. Joking. I normally don't like peanut butter, but that sounds good. I love peanut butter. I'm a fucking fiend for peanut butter. I was actually... At one point when I was counting calories, I plateaued and I stopped losing weight. And peanut butter had been my cheat food. If I was really hungry, I would have a spoonful of peanut butter. And then once I realized how many fucking calories were in peanut butter, I was like, oh shit, no. And everybody's like, yeah, no shit, dude, it's a bulk up food. And I was like, no, not like this. Ewan's bulk arc. Hang on. Hang on. I'm looking at... I have Koyo's Discord up for the holidays. And I was like, where am I in the right list? And I realized I'm in the Ascended group and not the Thickest Thighs group. What the fuck? I normally don't like peanut butter. You can also put real small, tiny marshmallows in there. That's what I do. Marshmallow cream doesn't do it for me. How to catch a Yulin. Pretzel and peanut butter. You want to catch an SSR Yulin? Use butter spaghetti. I will tell you what will get me more than peanut butter. Nutella. I've had Nutella once in my life. I got a jar of it. That shit was near addictive. Ada Lovelace Day, Alvin C. York Day, American Touchdown Day, Headspace Day, Australia, International Face Your Fears Day, International Lesbian Day, International Off-Road Day, National Fluffernutter Day, National Hero Day, National Pierogi Day, National Salmon Day, Own Business Day, World Octopus Day. Them's the holidays. Sounds like someone needs to work on their thighs. It's a redeem in Koyo's chat for 250,000 points. You can redeem to get like a special roll for the year, and that roll will only be available for that year. I thought I had the thickest thighs one, but Nutella or dark chocolate? What was it again? Never mind, I forgot. They're different. So Nutella is probably my favorite, but it's not that healthy. The dark chocolate hummus is a lot healthier. And I like it, not quite as much as Nutella. Nutella was just fucking, oh my god, this is just fucking candy. This is just straight chocolate. Also, I need a drink. I saw someone who ate Nutella with a spoon. Honestly, I could. I could absolutely eat Nutella with a spoon. Oh my god, why did we tell Yulin about Nutella? I had seen memes of it for years. I had seen memes of Nutella for like years on years. And I thought it was like a stupid thing. And then lately, I saw commercials of Jif peanut butter. And they were going to have like a chocolate peanut butter mix. And they were like, in stores now. And so I kept looking for it at the store. And it was never fucking there. So eventually I said, fuck it, I'll try Nutella. And I was like, oh my god, this fucking kicks ass. Then halfway through the Nutella jar, I saw how many calories and sugar it was. I was like, oh, this is not even remotely healthy. Fuck. We're not going to get this again. Healthy is dead. Peanut Jetter noted. Typical American denying the European master race food. What European food did I even deny? We're at 4 miles, by the way. Our treadmill's gonna stop soon. Thanks, Ubisoft, for telling me about your sale I don't care about. I had a friend yesterday. Pixel's gonna know who, but we're not gonna say who. I had a friend yesterday who was like, here's how I know that Google is listening to us. I saw this thing about this game, and then the next day, Google was recommending me the sale for this game, and it was like, but it's a new game. But of course they're recommending it to you. It's a new game. 4 miles, woohoo. We're getting there. I'm pretty sure we finished with this video. Hi, full. Look, that was a little ridiculous of you, okay? That's literally what they're gonna do. They're going to fucking recommend it. It's a new game. That's not proof they're listening to you. It's an anime? That doesn't matter. It's a new thing. Of course they're going to recommend it to you. Totally outed. He literally outed himself. He's like, angry emote. So trade offer. I feed 5 Nutella jars. Not all at once. And I get you to take a walk down the park. I like Nutella. I don't like how unhealthy it is, Riddle. I'm not accepting that offer. What do I have in my stories? This is really fucking sad. So the new Dragon Ball game came out yesterday. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, I think it is. The same day it came out, the narrator for the English dub of Dragon Ball died. You know the guy who would be like, Goku is on his way, but Vegeta and Nappa are making short work of, Earth's heroes. They're the last line of defense. Will Goku make it in time? Find out next time on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, that guy, sadly, Doc Harris, he passed away this last week. I have a pretty controversial take on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. I fucking hate how much they dragged it. I think the show is legendary, but it should have ended after Namek and Frieza. That guy, though, that guy did fucking work. That guy is iconic, and, like, I will remember that voice and those, narrations for the rest of my fucking life. Hi, Kumi. But you burn it out when you walk? Oh my god. I don't burn it out that fast. There's a lot of calories in Nutella. So many people are playing, I'm already over it. Now I'll get some flump also. Oh yeah, that guy was awesome. Hi, Kumi. Oh, rip. Oh shit, that guy was so iconic. Rip. He solo carried some episodes. It's hard to say he solo carried some episodes, because, like, on one hand, I agree with you. He did such a good job that's like, yeah, he fucking carried. But, like, at the same time, a lot of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z was so revolutionary, it's like, I don't think he did that much better than some of the other stuff. You know, I think a lot of it was just incredible. I do think the animation for Dragon Ball Z, until Super, I think everything before that with Dragon Ball, choreography and animation-wise, is kind of dog tier. When you realize just how many corners they cut, it's like, hang on. This is fucking... hang on. Your Dragon Ball take is so biased, it's insane. It is. It is. F for an absolute legend. You cannot outrun your spoon of Nutella. Look, I just think of... I think I realized it in the Majin Buu series. With Goku fighting Vegeta. Where they showed, like, 10 seconds of the two of them standing next to each other. Hi, Ashinera. You walking to Black Temple for raiding? No, we're just walking around Black Temple. Not Black Temple, we're just walking around Shadow Moon Valley. This zone? Oh my god. I hate the music of this zone. Some zones have, like, really good ambience. Fucking all the Final Fantasy zones have, like, a song just for that zone that's really good. And wow. They kept doing this thing where they're like, oh, this is the final zone of the expansion. This is the big one. This needs to have a sense of, like, death and ultimate, and there's nothing after this. So have it have no music, and it's like, make them feel like the pressure of the intensity of silence. And, like, they did it for fucking Shadow Moon Valley. They did it for Ice Crown. Can't remember if there's another zone they did it. I think they did it for Netherstorm also. I fucking... the zones, they're cool, but I just fucking hate the sounds of them. Dragging balls. Oh yeah, but so Goku and Vegeta, they're just standing in front of each other, looking at each other. They're in kind of like an action pose leaning forward. You can't see their arms. Their arms are just invisible. And you see, like, movement lines moving between them that are supposed to portray, like, them punching each other. And you hear punching sounds going off really fast. And there's screen shake, and you see, like, shockwaves going around them. But when you actually look at what is being animated, it's a still fucking image. It's literally like a still image, or what they'll do is they'll have 3 still images where their legs are moving, but you still can't, like, see their arms. And they'll just play that. They'll just play it for, like, 10 seconds straight. And so, the animation got good with Super, but I think everything before that was just like, what the fuck is this? What do you mean they've been playing the same 3 frames on repeat for 20 minutes? God. Welcome, Ashinera. Momonya. Oh, Yashinara. Apache mode, enjoy the silence. God, Ice Crown was the worst for it. Ice Crown was like just an hour and a half of just eerie silence. And, you know, I think it worked well. When you get there in the game and you're like, oh man, this is the Ice Crown. This is the last place before we fight the Lich King. And then it was just like, watching it as a recording on stream was just like, oh, this kind of fucking sucks. It was painfully silent. My favorite people are the 35 to 40 guys that Dragon Ball is their personality. I have upset a few of them. There's one guy that, like, I realized, oh, I gotta stop being such a fucking annoying brat with this. Because I was complaining to somebody just, like, how much I dislike Dragon Ball. I was like, it sucks, here's all the problems with it, this is why it sucks. And my friend Seldon is like, you need to stop right now. And I was like, why? And I'm like standing next to a guy named Osenta. And Seldon's like, so Osenta is like the biggest Dragon Ball fan. You've known him for 10 minutes, and you've insulted his favorite thing ever. And I'm like, I am so sorry. I did not know. I will be more respectful next time. He's like, it's okay. I'll just hate you forever. And I was like, no, please. Osenta's really nice. He does not hate me forever. But it was really funny that he fucking said that. Humbleland. I don't know. That was a... Osenta is cool. I love Osenta. That was kind of a wake-up call to me that's like, hey, maybe if you have an opinion, don't state it as fact and, like, be completely dismissive of the people who would disagree with you. Maybe don't be such a Debbie Downer with the things you don't like. And so, I really dislike Sword Art Online. I really dislike, 7 Deadly Sins. And I'm not the biggest... I wouldn't put them on the same level as those two, but I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. I try not to go as hard on those as I used to. I mean, it's a fact, though. I try not to be like, these things fucking suck, and if you like them, you're dumb. You guys want to hear a funny Ashinera story? I'm thinking about it because Ashinera's here. This was like 3, maybe 4 years ago. When I followed Ashu on Twitch, he's probably streaming Monster Hunter World. And he's like, oh, thank you, Yulin. Thank you for the follow. And I was like, yeah. I had multiple friends talk about how cool you were, so I followed. And he's like, oh, really? Which friends? And I was like, Proxy Zero, Aeon, Koyo Red, all of them have said how cool you are. And Ashley's like, okay, well, I know Proxy and Aeon. Who the fuck is Koyo Red? I've never heard of this guy in my life. If he's going around saying I'm his friend, that's kind of weird. That's a weird take. That guy sounds kind of creepy. And Koyo Red, Koyo, you guys know him around here. He is Chatterino, and he saw me mention his name, and so he shows up, he opens the stream, and so the first thing he opens the stream to is Ashu going, who the fuck is Koyo Red? If he's saying I'm his friend, that's kind of weird, that's kind of creepy. And Koyo just puts like a smile emote in chat, just like, ha ha, whatever, that's funny, and Ashu's like, oh shit, he's fucking here! Oh, I didn't mean to be that rude. No. Hi, I don't remember you. And Koyo's like, okay, so Yulin worded it a little oddly. I wouldn't have worded it that way. We have met a few times on VR chat, and we're friends on VR chat, but like, literally, everybody is friends on VR chat. You probably have a friends list of like 2,000 people, and we are friends there. So it wasn't like we're close friends and interact all the time, but we're like very loosely termed friends. And it was just really funny that like Koyo had that in mind. I kind of changed the definition of the same word by wording it a different way. And to Ashley, it looked like some guy was out there just being like, yeah, I'm really good friends with Ashulera. Yeah, I talk to him all the time. And Ashley's just like, I don't even know who this fucking guy is. Sword Art Online Gun Gale make me want to eat a 9mm. Ashley's a hunter? They are. Icy Fire, are you dancing again? Yes. Yeah, SAO sucks. There was no Goldshire in ERP scene, the heck? God. Here's my problem. Hi, Violet. Here's my problem with Sword Art Online Baldir. I had seen a checklist of, like, all the things, that was like, here's how you identify somebody that is a like, right-in, protagonist. Basically, if the author is just injecting themselves into a story, here's the checklist of things they will do. And it was things like, every female character falls in love with them. They will have trauma that means something for an episode, but in the long run, it doesn't really affect them. They will make sacrifices that aren't actually sacrifices to them. They're not really things that affect them. And they will get a special skill that, like, makes them unique above other characters. And it was just like, watching SAO Season 1 was just like, yep. It was literally just going down the checklist of, here's the things for a self-insert protagonist. Oh, good. Glad Yulin's chat isn't full of hipsters. It made it very hard for me to enjoy SAO. Because I just think Kiriko is unbearable. I got through Season 1. I will say, it's not like completely trash as 0-10 in every way. I would say it's mid. The setting is fucking cool. I fucking love the setting of getting stuck in an MO. That's fucking fantastic. I started Season 2 and I was telling my friends, like, I finished Season 1. And they're like, okay, well, you stick with it. Because you got through the best season, and the next 2 are gonna be rough, and then it'll get good again. And I was like, hold on. I thought that was fucking trash. That was supposed to be the good part? And they were like, yeah, that's the good part, and, like, stick with the next 2 seasons, and then it'll get better. And I was like, no, I think I'm done. I think I got to the molestation scene right at the beginning of Season 2. I was like, yeah, I don't like this. I'm not gonna watch this anymore. I like Sword Art Online. And you're fine to. You're absolutely fine to. I just don't think it's good. Very good friends with Yulin, trust me. Hi, Violet. I'm an SAO enjoyer. Oh, good. Fucking lie. Gun Gale is the most ungun game. Glad Yulin's chat isn't full of hipsters. Check. There it is. Completely full, I mean. An isekai. You don't like swords in your gun game? Asuna is fucking unbearable. What am I sticking when it comes to anime? Yulin is Furisu. Yes, Proxy, yep. Huh, the what? Oh god, you were talking about Sword Ass Online. Hard pass. Wasenta is actually my best friend? That's wild. Really? I don't see them often. The first time I met them, I was fucking talking mad shit on Dragon Ball. And he's apparently one of the biggest Dragon Ball fans. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh, Zeta, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I actually have Proxy in my notes. This motherfucker. This absolute human being picked up 300 fucking iron ore and tink, 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 tink in Satisfactory. Oh my god. It's trash. Throw it away. He's sitting there actually farming out 300 iron ingots. I'll do it again. Fine. Slow down your own playthrough. You fucking waste your time. This fucking guy. See if I care. Massive chat. It's not massive chat. He's literally like just fucking scooting his ass along the ground just because people are like, hey, don't do that. And he's like, I'll do it again. You can't stop me. Proxy mentioned. I will admit, SAO dropped the ball when it came to basically making Asuna a damsel in distress, like a healthy relationship in an anime, S tier rarity. But SAO will remain in my top 5. I like it if the writer didn't act like he knows about guns. The part that really made my eyes and brain roll in my skull was to call high-level military guys in the game. Get under fire, go and stand in the open, no cover, no high ground. They do have some L animal takes too, though. The SAO spin-off anime Gun Gale line is pretty cool, though. The one with the pink demon. I have zero clue who that is. I would just be really funny if they showed up. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I was like, oh shit, really? Small world. We're like, who the fuck are you? Hi, Proxy. I'll do it again. Holy shit, Proxy made the list. Bro, that's this fucking guy. I swear, Master Chat. Proxy mentioned Hi, Proxy. Hi, Pixel. When it comes to an anime, Yuland is Furisu. Haha. Ah. Like that, I think killing off the lady in Clannad was a bad move. Was a cheap trick to entice emotions and continue the story, Proxy. I know that SAO was massively popular. And I know there's a lot of, like, stuff in anime that you can attribute to SAO. Like, isekais are popular because of SAO. And, like, that might be a bad or good thing, right? I think we've gotten some really fucking good isekai because of SAO. It paved the way for others. And, like, I don't think it's all bad. I think the setting is fucking incredible. I think the overall plot, although certain points of it are fucking stupid, the overall plot is good. The idea of nerve gear, nerve dive, MMO, and getting stuck in it is really fucking cool. And like Violet said, the whole relationship of them, like, being a couple together and staying together. That is, like, you don't see that in anime. But, like, it's just really hard for me to like it, seeing what Kiriko is. I find Kiriko... That's a setting, not the plot. I wasn't talking about the plot anymore. I was kind of doing a checklist there full of, I like this, comma. I like this, comma. Where was I? Oh my god, I just... Damn it, Full, you derailed me so hard. I was just so irritated. Then you didn't talk about the plot at all? I literally did! The plot of, like... Whatever. Fucking, I love you, Full. I was just so irritated by Kiriko, because I already don't really like the character. But then seeing just how checklisty he is with self-insert stuff is like, there's no bigger example. There's not a better, like, textbook example of what a self-insert character is than Kiriko. Kirito. It's not Kiriko. Kiriko is the Overwatch character. SAO should have stopped halfway through Season 1. Would have been great. I saw the G-Ghost series. Series and lost my mind. Faith Restored. Planet is the one beloved anime that I can't stand. Okay with what Elon just said. I have to agree with you, Kisu. He is Furisu. The artist did a better job with Excel World, but the MC is so unbearable it's just as bad. I just got done with Electrolysis. Hi, gang. Hi, Ellie. Recreators over SAO. That is what I've heard from a lot of people. But I've also heard we will just never have a Season 2. So I'm having a hard time getting over the way they did Jobless Reincarnation. Are you saying you don't like Jobless Reincarnation? Because that's like the first isekai. Well, not the first, but like... Is it the first isekai? I think it's much older than it actually, like, seems. But then there's some anime that's like... Is it older than Inuyasha? I know Jobless Reincarnation does an isekai right. Dot Hack is the first. Dot Hack is not the first isekai. It might be the first, like, digital isekai where you get sucked into a game. Although that might also be Digimon. I tell you, Dot Hack is not the first, though. I want to say it's Jobless Reincarnation. But I'd have to check. But then I feel like Alice in Wonderland is technically an isekai. Dot Hack is 2002, it's not the first. Couples cringe. There is no plot. The plot is world problem. Kirito will solve it. You can say the first isekai MMO is hacks. The first MMO one, maybe. Remember, Kirito is a master hacker who decided to save an NPC rather than remove the log off restriction for all players. Yeah, they're not the same. I love recreators. Elin, did you crash? I did. Well, I didn't, but OBS, like, dropped. Passed out and saw you black screen? I did, yeah. We were like an hour and a half in, and I effed. 2 different shows. He did. Dot Hack is the first. Boy, Ewi. Pointless, reductive comparisons are the whole point of discussing anime, though. Helly hi. I don't know how old the manga is, but the anime is pretty new. I think the manga for Jobless Reincarnation is actually fairly old. Code Lyoko, oh my god, the takes are getting out of hand. Spirited Away 2001 was the first isekai anime films known worldwide. While the term isekai was not commonly used at the time, I think if you look at something as like... it's not that old? I would want to see what the light novel or the manga is for Jobless Reincarnation. Because I've heard a lot of people call it the first. Hi, Cairo. Cairo joins the anime discussion. Hello, 2019. Are you riddle? It's not that old, but I'm going to lose it. Cairo doesn't know anime. I'm the one. Did you mean that at me, or did you mean that at Cairo? Because I don't think... What did Cairo say to warrant that? An ancient Japanese folktale, Fisherman Urashima Taro is the first isekai. Is it really? Okay. I would have thought, like, if you define it as this, and then include anything, Alice in Wonderland might be the first isekai. I mean, hi, Bessie. Narnia is an isekai? Narnia is literally an isekai. Motherfucker, I own some of the Dot Hack light novels. I looked up original isekai anime. That's what it gave me. I'm not looking past it. Squish to exhibits. Pixel. Hi, hi. Oh, Kaiwo. How are you, Bits? Hi, hi, Pixel. Was published by Media Factory in 3 volumes. Hi. Roxy on March 22nd, 2019. I think the light novel... Something about Jobless Reincarnation is much older than that, Kisu. Hi, G. Hi, Kyra the Best Snow Bunny. I mean, there was Space Jam. Space Jam is an isekai. Automod got me again. Cairo. God, I wanted to say Cairo there. Cairo, I was talking about your stream last night. How you beat Echoes of Wisdom. How you had the absolutely incredible first-time chatter. With the, please be a femboy! Hi, I guess technically I'm a femboy. Yes, hi. Yes! That guy was so fucking funny. He actually was DMing me yesterday. When you were like, if you want a femboy, you should check out Ewan. Immediately I got a DM and it was like, femboy? Real? It was like, bro. He did the ring thing to me too. He was like, please accept, and then a ring. And my response was, nope, you have to share. And he was like, hell no. And it was like, oh my god, I love this guy. Thanks for taking the heat. Of course, of course. Biting me doesn't make you less squishable. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Space Jam DVD. The first true isekai was Enoch, when he went to God. Yeah, that was an interesting Cairo doesn't femboy for me. Even why is Cairo so very cute? Personality, dedication, bubbly personality, effort. You know, I'm thinking you're thinking of something else. Jobless reincarnation is Mushoku Tensei, right? It's the one with Rudius, right? Rudius Greyrat? Bro, fiending? Is a guy called Wrath? Good lord, no. No, Wrath is not fucking shamelessly thirsty for femboys. Real what? Dedication. Elin had execution on the mind? I don't know why I said dedication. How are you, Ellie? I get social anxiety saying hi to friends I haven't seen in a while. I don't think I could ever DM a streamer. Is the mids role in your server mods? I believe so, yes. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure like the light novel or the original medium for it is like the 90s Kisu. I'm pretty sure, like I've heard a lot of people call it the first isekai, and all of these isekai that take from it don't do it right. Because in an isekai, let's say you were scared to go outside, and then you died. Why would you suddenly not be scared to go outside? Why are all these isekai writing stories about NEETs who don't like to go outside, who like to like live in their room, and suddenly they're just like, oh, I'm in another world? I'm a great adventurer and I love camping. Oldest I can find is 2014. I can't even see the fucking mods channel. There's nothing in there except for like the automated mod activity stuff. I don't even like, I can see in there, but there's nothing in there. Oldest I can find is 2014. That's a web novel? I'd have to look at the thing where I saw them talking about it then. Who would be shamelessly thirsty, SMH? I come back to thirsty for femboys. I know some with Wrath. I'm the game that can be that thirsty. Well, the Wrath here is Wrath of Gloom, and they're like very respectful and formal. Bits, did you ban that bot yet? More accurate. I believe so. Some people can't keep their love of femboys contained. That's why Konosuma excel at that. The guy's just a pervert that want to be looked at like a hero. Also, Yulin, can I say at the end of Zelda was whack? You upgrade a thing all game and throw it away for the final boss so Link can use it like imagine getting the magic armor in Twilight Princess, then you can't use it against Ganon. Yeah, there were a lot of things that were very questionable with that game. I'm glad you had fun with it. It does look like a fun game, but it looks like it falls into the same category as Skyward Sword for me, where it's like, this is a great game and a bad Zelda game. That's why Konosuba is the most realistic isekai. No. But anyways, my beef is the way they did the memories thing. I may have misread something. I'd have to remember the memories thing. I'm not sure if you're talking about, like, him thinking of his old life, or the, like, teleport thing where everybody gets transported around and memories get fucked up, or his mom. Internalized misogyny Zelda game, lol. But I love Skyward Sword. That's great. Lost One, actually, anytime I talk about Legend of Zelda, Lost One gets huffy. Because Skyward Sword is his favorite Legend of Zelda game. And, like, hey, if that's your favorite, fucking props to you. No one can take that away from you. And it is a great game. I just think when you compare it to other Legend of Zelda games, it's the weakest one. Him knowing his old life, yeah. I'm unfamiliar with that. I know that he died as a NEET. He had a lot of trauma in his past life. He'd been bullied horrendously. And because of that, he never wanted to leave. And he didn't have a good relationship with his family because they were all getting fed up with him. When he died, he didn't want to leave the house. He basically kept all of that trauma, all of that lifestyle with him of, I never want to leave the house. And his parents, like, you know, eventually they fucking force him out. And he goes on an adventure and overcomes that. But initially, it's like, it's a whole thing for many episodes that he's like, he doesn't want to go anywhere. He just wants to live with them forever. Is Skyward Sword the shittiest game? Joking. I miss Lost One. I don't know where he's been. I messaged him and like, kind of just disappeared. It just seemed like he was still mentally an adult. Well, he was, but like he didn't know the language, so he couldn't immediately like start walking around and be like, "Hello, mother. Hello, father. I'm actually a 33-year-old dude." My understanding is that he is mentally an adult. That he is just, you know, his age as Rudeus plus the 30 or whatever he was when he died. I actually haven't watched Jobless Reincarnation. I've just seen a shit ton of clips of it on YouTube and heard people talk about it a lot. What was that voice, Ewan? Breath of the Wild is? Such a wild take. How do you think the best-selling Legend of Zelda is the worst one? Like, I know sales aren't everything, but like, it just performs so much better than every other Legend of Zelda game. It's just so wild. You gotta... You know what your problem is, Proxy? You gotta make your own choices in life. You gotta go where you want to go, not where the quest tells you where to go. That was Yulin's sexy voice. Agree that Genshin done just unbelievable. Oh, clone, not done. Now you're just trying to poke me, Riddle. Fucking, I'm gonna bonk you. Where I want to go is where I need to go to get shit done. Yeah, well, don't do it that way. Go where you want to go. Not where fucking some old ghost dude tells you. How do you even know he's real, Proxy? How do you even know that guy told you to go there and you're not just hallucinating? You've been asleep in a chamber for a long time. That is where I want to go. From what I understand, he's mentally an adult, chasing tail the girls his physical age. That's why I'm having a hard time getting over it. Oh, so, okay. I would prefer to be wrong. You're not wrong there, Kisu. There's some absolutely questionable stuff in Jobless Reincarnation. He has slaves. He literally is just like, oh, slavery is in this world? Let's get some of those. He loses his virginity to his cousin. He's like 13, she's like 14 or 15, and that's where he loses his virginity. He's into polygamy. He takes like 2 or 3 wives. You know, they portray him as a good person, as a noble hero. And like, I don't think polygamy is wrong. I do think the cousin thing is like, ugh. And I think the slave thing is like, dude, not fucking cool. But like, what? He takes one? No. He marries Roxy and Sylphie. What the fuck am I hearing? He is not... He's not the squeakiest clean of personalities. And, yeah, you know, if any of those things make you uncomfortable, you're gonna be fucking uncomfortable reading this. What in the sweet home Alabama? Also, I don't know if you saw it, but out of nowhere, Red Dead 1 PC at the end of the month. I didn't. That's interesting and potentially walking material. Hell yeah. What the fuck am I hearing? That kind of sound like when I was a kid, and he kicked my cousin out of my room. Nothing happened. Don't say that sounds like when I was a kid, but then nothing happened. I kicked him out of my room. Blue Twitch already advertising that you can show hips there. I'm currently looking at a VTuber chastity belt on my Twitter feed. Good lord. Red Dead 1 walking streams? I can't. We're gonna do Red Dead 2 before Red Dead 1. If we ever do. What in the sweet home Alabama? I did kind of just throw it out, right? Casey was like, I would prefer to be wrong. And I was like, no, let's go over all the ways that Rudeus is fucking trash. Breath of the Wild trailer. Enjoy the game at your own pace and explore what you want. It's an adventure. The fuck did you just say? I ain't choosing shit. You better show me the way to the only dungeon I can do, Proxy Probably. I would love Red Dead walkies. I can get over all those things, even the cousin thing. Though it is useless. Yeah, it's... I have... Yeah. I think it's still good. I think at the end of it, he is a good person. But, like, just not the mental age disparity. So that's a gray area. I used to be super against age differences. I used to be like, if you break the half your age plus 7 rule, you should get the death penalty. And now I'm like, I feel like with minors, age disparity matters a lot. But like, if let's say a woman is 20 and she's with a guy who's 40, she's an adult. She's a consenting person, right? That is her choice. And fuck anyone that says like, oh, you're too stupid to make your own choices. You shouldn't be with a 40-year-old guy. You don't know what you're doing. I think that's incredibly disrespectful and just wrong. However, the age disparity gets fucking weird when it's like, oh, he's 13, she's 14. Alright, well, this is already a weird thing to be discussing. But he's also reincarnated and he's technically like 40? What do you do in that situation, right? What is the proper way for this to go down, Kisu? Is he supposed to be, like, going for her mom? Is he supposed to be dating 40-year-olds? How does that look to the people in the world, right? Hey, you're a 40-year-old woman, and you're dating a 13-year-old boy. Oh, well, mentally he's 40. Yeah, shut the fuck up, woman. You're going to jail, right? Like, it doesn't... There's no right answer for this situation. For the fantastical situation of mentally being 40, physically being 13. The quality of the show and the lessons actually outweigh those things, not gonna lie. I do think it's still a good show. I just think Rudius isn't, like, the nicest person. Hi, Espresso-san. Thank you for the follow. That's whatever, they're both consenting adults, yeah? Yeah. But, like, Eris is 14 or 15? There's a lot of just, like... I don't know what the right answer is here. I genuinely don't. It's just such a, like... I don't want to say gray area, but such a, like, in between the, like, standard rules of, oh god, what the oof, Alright, chill out, Fabner. Say it the other way, too? What, you're saying he's 20, she's 40? That... I love you, Full. I agree with you, but that is so far and, like, not the issue if that's what you're actually meaning. Let me have my milfs. Yeah, those are the worst. You're judging others' love lives? No wonder you're single. If you reincarnated 14 years old, you already lost, just become celibate? You don't... They didn't reincarnate 14 years old. They reincarnated 0 years old. They reincarnated at birth. And then they grew up 14 years. But they still remember the 30 years before they reincarnated. Allie. But they are kids. I'm sure great-great-great-grandpa and ma'am did the same thing. So long as all parties are legal, it ain't my business. Also, if he reincarnates as 13, just wait till legal. Then it wouldn't matter. He didn't reincarnate as 13. He reincarnated as 0. He lived through his baby days, his toddler days, his, like, munchkin days. He has lived through all of that. And he just remembers the first 30 years of his life in the other world. It's such a gray area of, like, what the fuck is the rule set of this, because it's such a fantastical and unorthodox situation. This is the 500-year-old lolly shit? It really is. Just be celibate until an adult? Yeah, that doesn't fly. Welcome, Espresso-san. Even if it's legal, bro, you're weird. Yeah, facts, no printer. But what if he only get partial memories when he grow? I don't know. Once he's physically an adult, he can sleep with whatever adult he wants, and it wouldn't bother me. I was getting into the Survivor music. What happened? I think we just reached the end of the video. Wrong emote. What the fuck, done already? God, I fucking hate it when you guys say done already. We did 5 miles, damn it. Thing is, you also got to look at the time period, because even back then, it was normal for like 12-year-olds to be engaged and such, so I don't know. Yeah? Yeah, that is the issue. Look at amount of other issues. We will just pretend that don't exist. I don't think that's necessarily it. To me, it's such an unorthodox, it's so out of the norm that you can't apply any rules to it. You can't be like, oh, well, the age of consent is this. Oh, you need to be this old. Oh, this age difference doesn't matter. You have to look at it as like, this person and this person. Is Rudeus a piece of shit? Is he doing it maliciously to take care of Eris? Did Eris initiate or whatnot? What does Eris know and not know? Can Rudy potentially tell her, like, hey, by the way, I reincarnated and I'm 30 years old? I don't actually know if he's told that, because they started talking about reincarnations in the show. It's one of those things that, like, you literally need to look at this very specific case and decide right and wrong. And even then, it's hard. Memories are done in any way where an ascendance of a bookworm, that situation would have been fine. Okay, so it's even worse. He's like 50 years old trying to mac on 13-year-old. One pebble at a time, Valdir. I think it's a coin flip paradox all over again. Through that. And then you throw in the monkey wrench of the adult age being different in many fantasy medieval settings. What in the Minecraft, YouTuber? Hope you're well, Valdir. Well, he was 30 when he died, so 40 trying to mac on a 13-year-old. Hope you're even better. I'm about to perish. It's also applying morals and rules to a world that isn't the same place as our world, so like, yeah. Maybe he got the memories of the guy that get isekai, but that's his own person. I see he's going to Tiger Route for streaming. Shut up, global person. That's what made Game of the Year really hard, or Game of Thrones really hard to watch for me. It's just a whole thing of like, what is right here? And if you apply just one little constraint, if you be like, he's 13, she's 14, but he's really 40, then yeah, it looks really fucking bad. It's... in this particular case, between the two of them, I don't like it because they're fucking cousins and related. I feel like he should have said no to her. And it shouldn't have happened. But that's, I don't know. He's not a perfect character. Oh, I forgot to change clothes. He's not a perfect character, right? He's very, very flawed as an individual. And they actually show... they show that many times in the show. There's one scene where he, what's he doing? He sees some adventurers struggling in... I don't think it's, like, called the Dark Continent, but they're struggling against some enemies. And he's like, wait, guys, let's not save them yet. And the spear guy with him is like, what the fuck are we waiting for? And he's like, we need them to appreciate us saving them. And then one of them just fucking dies. And that's when the spear guy and Eris are like, nope, we're going now. And they kill the monsters attacking these newbie adventurers. And he helps and save them. And, like, they don't tell the newbie adventurers. They don't tell them, like, we were waiting to make it look better when we jump in and save you. But, like, his party knows. Eris and the spear guy are like, you had a big fucking head there. And that person died because of you. And Rudy, he knows. Immediately, he's just like, oh god. Someone is literally dead because I wanted to fucking show off. Oh god. And, like, that's a moment of, he was fucking wrong, he had a big head, and it bites him in the ass hard. Hi, Global Doko. Oh, I was supposed to listen to Yulin? I was just joking around with Icy. I have no idea what we were talking about. Overall, massive power differentials in relationships is icky. To an extent, though, yes. What if both sides want that? What if the person on top, let's say a woman who's 50, is like, I am so tired of men telling me what to do, I want a fucking pet. And what if a guy is just like, man, I hate the pressures of real life just constantly coming down on me. I just want fucking somebody to take care of me. I want them to tell me to jump and I say how high. She gives me a list of chores, I just fucking do them, life is good. Happy wife, happy life, am I right? Are you gonna say that's a gross relationship? That's what they both want. And so it's like, I kind of agree with you. I feel like there should be equality in a relationship. But at the same time, it's like, if that's what two people want, from the outside, it's inappropriate to say this is right or wrong. Wasn't that also normal in medieval times? Well, what was normal in medieval times was you're 30 and she's 13. Having a relationship between two people the same age was actually somewhat abnormal, as I understand it. But back then, women also weren't people, the whole cousin thing. Oh, I thought you were talking about married at 14 thing. But yeah, cousin thing to keep the blood royal. Another guy has a skill issue. It's not the reason for waiting. Put those grippers away? No. I unwrapped them from the shoes. I'm letting them breathe. I want you to stop talking my pets. Don't call them your pets. Don't call them. Cairo, Global was here calling you his bunny earlier. That's why I brought up time period earlier, because it's hard to really judge when you have an understanding of how things were in older times, but that's just me, I guess. Happy wife, happy life motherfuckers are the saddest people you'll ever meet. Source me. They believe that's where the Habsburg jaw came from. Stinky, God damn it. God damn it. Let's update our fucking title. What are we at? 5.7 miles? Where's my mouse? Here it is. Miles, and now we rest. And then I close this. I grab this. Are all of them still live? They are. They are all still live. I was watching 3 people. I need a portal. Go here. Portal. Did you read New TOS? I haven't read all of it. I've read the highlight that everyone is talking about with the hips. Calling people stinky can be against TOS? Oh my god. Glad you got your days back? I did. Thought when he died it was modern Japan? It was, but when he was reincarnated, it's fantasy world that's not placeable within, you know, earthly time periods. Damn, there, Ellie. Reading new TOS? No. I like the community image of me. One headphone, ear off, doing a joke at a single sentence I see in chat, and then actually find out there was context to what people were talking about. I'm so dumb, dude. Okay, so Valdir. One, you're not the only one that does that, right? So it's funny, and I'm not even thinking like, you know, nobody's mad at you if you're concerned about that. Pixel is the king of that, because this fucking goofball will get on stream, he'll get in VR chat, be in VR, and he'll get mad comfy, and he'll fall asleep. And then he'll just like snap awake, and he'll listen to 5 words of whatever we're talking about, and he'll chip in. I don't know why. He'll be dead tired, and instead of being like, oh, I should, you know, gather context, he will just chip in. And so we have a moment, Baldir, where like we're talking about Signalis. It's a, you know, somewhat horror setting game, kind of spooky, but it's a very great game. It's got an incredible story, good characters, and someone says in chat, I love Signalis. That's my favorite android lesbian, badass android lesbian game. And Pixel goes, android lesbians? We talking about Nier Automata? And everybody's like, what? Signalis. It's in the sentence that you saw the android lesbians. No. And he was just like, oh, I just saw Android lesbians. I just woke up. And that was when I realized this dude just wakes up and starts talking. I love it so much, Baldir. I love you, Pixel. All right. Ah. Oh, did I lose a window? I think I lost a window. I'm judging you? Why? What am I being judged for? Pixel is the GOAT. You know what's crazy that I learned yesterday? There's an animal called a paca. Like, there's alpacas, and then there's a completely different animal called pacas. They're like smaller capybaras. Alright. Overall, massive power differentials. Yeah, back then, women also weren't people. I hate how fast, fucking Katarina scrolls. Thank you, by the way, Octomage. I did move it to incline, but I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you so much. Did you read the new TOS? I only read the stuff about hips. I actually saw Leafeons talking about it, where they were like, here's the play, VTubers. Use the Warudo software. Use a VRChat world as your background in Warudo. And just stream in the VRChat category so that you can still have your hips out. And Warudo responded to her and was like, fucking yeah, do that. We don't care if it's, you know, title is Warudo. We're here to help you make content. Not fucking, you know, be recognized or whatever. Fucking signature of approval. And Wispy was like, fucking people do that with my maps, hell yeah. And it was cool to see like 3 people that I know just talking about it together. And I was like, I would never have thought that I would never expect to see Warudo and Leafeons and Wispy in the same, like, back-to-back thing. But it makes sense. I don't think you're dumb, by the way, Baldir. I think you're actually really funny. Yesterday didn't feel right with 425. I'd apparently done it for 3 days. Adapt to the time period around you. Calling people stinky can be against TOS. I gotta read the whole TOS then. That's funny. Hi, Whispered. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Love. Hi, Freya. Mind is what matters the most? Well done, Ewan. Thank you. He's not in a position of political... Okay, hold on. I'm having so much trouble going to where I left off. He's not in a position of political power. There's not all that much he can really do to change things of what's normal for him. So here's the thing, Pixel. Pixel? Kisu. Here's the thing to think about Kisu. Does being in a child's body alter his mind at all? Like, yeah, he has the memories of a 30-year-old, and then he's in a child's body. But, like, if you were mentally 40, but then you hung out with kids your age and were talked down to by adults the whole 10 years, do you stay mentally 40? Do you start, like, fitting the role? And, like, what is, like Bit said, what is the harm of this, right? What is the, like, hey, if, let's say he had sex with Eris, right? He's 13, she's 14. Is it like he was hiding it, and the next day he's a 40-year-old and he's like, haha, you fell for it. No, she had sex with Rudius. And he was being exactly the same way he would before and after. There was no, like, I'm tricking her. There was no, like, I'm hiding who I am. He was very much just who he is. He seems like a very intelligent, very, smug, but, you know, a little silly sometimes dude. And that's who she fell in love with. And that didn't change. He's never like, haha, I fooled you, this is all a portrayal. I can understand being grossed out by it. I can understand, like, if you were in her shoes, and you found out, oh, by the way, I was 30 before I reincarnated, so mentally, you know, I've got 40 years under my belt. I could see that, you know, if you were Eris, you'd be like, hey, we had sex. What the fuck, dude? But it's like, it's just a gray area that's like, how the fuck do you say what's right and wrong here? Because it's just so fucking messy. Bold of you to assume Pixel can read. I love Ewan. Mine's what matters most. Pixel's the real one. I love Ewan. Pixel's the goat. I'm an alpaca. Somebody. Lesbian Lex. Android lesbian. Nice reference. Even in the first few episodes of season 1, he talks about this. How he's like 30 years old, but is also a baby and enjoying the breast of his mother, though, if I recall correctly. Bold of you to assume Pixel can read. It's just too weird to me. And that's fair. That is totally fair. And, like, it's an interesting thing to think about, right? But it's one of those things that, like, if you don't want to think about it, that shouldn't be, like, held against you. It's almost like politics, right? There's some people that fucking love talking about politics. It's the most important thing in the world. It is pretty fucking important. And then there's, I'd say, most of us who are like, politics? Oh, I just don't want to fucking think about this. It's too depressing and sad. Thinking about morally gray topics like that and having a show about them is like, for a lot of people, that's really fucking interesting. And it's really, like, interesting to, like, philosophize and break down, is this right? Is this wrong? What are the implications? And for some people, like you, Kisu, it's just ew, 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 ew. Yeah, I can understand that. I'm a pack of you. Oh, you didn't know about P.A.C.As? There's no K, but yes. I didn't know about P.A.C.As. I saw one for the first time yesterday. What does it say about hips? Do they lie? VTubers are not allowed to have exposed hips anymore. So if you have, like, underwear that is really, like, thin, like, you know, just the thin side underwear and it's just fully exposed side, you can't do that as a VTuber. You can do that in VR chat, but as a VTuber, nope, not allowed. All the VR chat exclusions are incredible, but it makes zero sense, but I'm happy. I hate it. I'll tell you right now, I fucking hate it, Octomage, because I really wish they would just be consistent between the two. I don't know why they have a difference, and it makes me worried that they have a difference, because they could potentially be like, you know, they're not going to ban VTubers, which is why they're reining them in, and they're not going to ban VR chat. I don't expect them to. But it is like a step toward banning it to, like, hey, care less about it, and then just do away with it when it goes too far. We have seen this with Second Life, and it would be very frustrating for VR chat to go the same path. Yeah, and if you mislabel your stream, you can be banned. Oh. Hi, Kuroki. I fell asleep to you in VR chat, and then when I woke up, you were in Minecraft. You were in an ocean, and I don't know what was going on at the moment, but you were just tired sailing across the ocean at night. Hi, thank you for the raid. We're talking about the TOS and not being allowed to show hips as a VTuber, but you can as a VR chat streamer. And also, is it okay that Rudius, when he was 13 years old, had sex with Eris, who is 14 years old, but Rudius, he was 30 when he died and reincarnated. This is from Jobless Reincarnation, Mushoku Tensei. What is the, you know, okay and not okayness of that situation? VR chat shouldn't be excluded. Target all three. I agree. What did Proxy say there? Yeah, and if you mislabel your stream, you can be banned. Oh, God, VR Mafia. Wispy popped in too? Hell yeah. It keeps scrolling so much, it's so hard. Hi, Yulin, my love. I think green screening in VR chat counts, like the opposite of what Yulin does. So you can green screen in Warudo, and it looks like VR chat, and you can label it as VR chat, but it's technically in no way VR chat. And by the rules, that should be okay. It's a whole thing. Freya, sweetie, hi. Welcome, Whispered Bits. Freya. Fun fact, Yulin can be dumb and funny. I could be smart too. Good morning, Freya. Welcome, Whispered. If it's for just chatting, yeah, you could probably get away with that. But if you're using a small capture of this, but the focus is still another game, you're improperly labeling? I'd have to see exactly what you mean. Meanwhile, if you look at the just chatting category, you'll see streamers like, what's her name, Leia Angel, that's just still breaking the rules with a camera just directly on her butt with a glass chair, even though that was supposed to be banned 3 months ago. Hi, Archangel, you heckin' cute as fuck and super breedable. Super breedable, what? Y'all talking about Mushoku Tensei? That is exactly what we're talking about. Yeah, I gotcha. It's a silly issue anyway, in my opinion. Yeah. Hi, Freedle. My 2 cents is that he wasn't very mentally mature anyway, so the 30 years old thing kind of solves itself. It's... Yeah. Yeah. My thing is that it's mostly okay because it's not like he was maliciously tricking her. It wasn't like he's like very clearly 40 years old and like masking himself as 13 and hiding himself as 13. Effectively, by their world, he is 13. And he's not really like, oh, I gotta act like I'm 13, I gotta haha do stupid shit. He just acts like himself. He might have done that initially, but like who he acts is who he is. And people look at him as a very mature, but somewhat arrogant 13-year-old that is very smart and intelligent. That's what she wanted to have sex with. That's what she wanted the relationship with. And it wasn't like, haha, I got you, mask off. This is what I really am. It's just that's who he was at that point. I've heard similar talks many times. Yeah, it's pretty common. VR chat being on the cusp of getting banned is like 5 years old at this point. I don't like it when I see something that kind of looks like it's going in that direction, but I'm 99% sure it's not getting banned. You're also a sympathizer, but I love bodysuits. I don't remember where bodysuits came from, but yes, I also love bodysuits. You napping? Yes, nappers. You can't show hips or can't show exposed hips. You can't show exposed... I don't know what the difference is between hips and exposed hips. You cannot see bare skin hips. They need to be clothed now. What a lot of VTubers have done is they have something more like a tabard or like open robe where like it covers the front, but their sides would be open. And you'd maybe see like panty line, or maybe not at all. You cannot do that anymore in both situations. Yeah, I really don't understand why they're different, but allows me to wear some of my favorite outfits on Twitch. Consistent on this platform, good one. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. The VTuber VR chat is fine though. Welcome, Raiders. Only VTubers, man. We need to get better technology to have a real life model so we can show an ass cheeks out. Hang on. What are the rules? Out of respect, can we please talk about something else? If not, that's fine. It's merely a request. I don't know what you mean by out of respect. We're kind of moving to something else, but respect for what? The government shipped us 3 pallets of electric chainsaws to us in a community without power. You can't make this shit up. God damn it. Wait, why am I watching you walk then? Their logic is VTubers are a person representation, but VR chat Abbies are video game characters. I can actually see that logic. That makes sense to me. I feel like it's wrong, but I can see the logic of it. We need to start sending nudes to the Twitch bots. Very interesting. Non-sexually. I don't know how to request something without coming off as rude. I wouldn't take it as rude if you were like, I'm ready to talk about something else. And I didn't take what you said as rude, but congrats on another Walkland. Hi, Techno Rave. Be rude, Techno. What is the weird anime convo about underage stuff you wanted to move on from? Because yes. That logic is like a boomer dad telling you to pause the MO. Very much so. I get it, right? Because there is a difference between a physical representation of somebody and a video game character, right? If a video game character, if you view it as this is just what the video game gave you, right? If there is something just technically not in line with Twitch rules, are you not allowed to stream it on Twitch? You can't really change it at all. Whereas like with a VTuber model, you decided every detail. Every part of this was an intentional decision. And so I understand them being very strict on the rules for that and making them follow IRL clothing rules. But they're not looking at VR chat as not video game characters. Even though a lot of stuff in VR chat is video game rips. And so really they should look at it as VTuber rules, where it's like, you chose this, right? I chose everything with this avatar. I should be held to the standard clothing rules. So I get it, but I feel like they've just chosen the wrong scale for that. Cheap viewers. Get the fuck out of here. Good, because the VTuber VRC debate has been informative. Bits. Sadly, I'm a pushover who cares more about others' feelings. I think a big part of the VR chat exclusion is the fact that it's multiplayer. You don't choose what Icy is wearing. Yes, yeah, and I can see that. But I feel like you should be held accountable for your clothes. I feel like it'd be easy enough to be like, your clothes? You have to manage those. I don't think it's fair to have like VRChat and other players follow different rules. And quite frankly, VRChat has enough like streamer rules that like you could go to Publix and like have all the censorship you need to stream Publix and nobody could like ruin that for you. They could, you know, say things that's like, okay, that's not PC, but like you could have every avatar shown as a gray robot. And then like as you meet people, test them. That's really tedious. Probably not a great system, but can you imagine if Yulin had actually had other mods? Crazy concept. Yeah, the logic kind of falls apart with literally any game with a character creator. Yeah, lost one. Gee, imagine if Yulin actually had other mods. Crazy concept. Meanwhile, you can play Cyberpunk with stripper tits out. So never mind. I don't want to compute their logic. No, that makes sense because the tits out aren't the main point of the stream. That's listed in the TOS. That actually does make sense, right now. I'm also super against dress codes that like, fuck it. You're responsible for who you're showing on stream. That's my point of view. And I push it. Hi, Ximmy. I push it a lot by streaming on Blue and letting my friends join. Some of them push the limits of it. Bits is sitting there fucking fuming right now. I have not held them to the VR chat rules. I have held them to the like just chatting IRL and VTuber rules. And it's fuck you. I love you, Bits. Just say my name next time. I did. I literally said Bits is fuming right now. I want your clothes on the floor, you. A lot of people do that just to keep decent FPS. Yeah. People like Darren and Cyberchimp would have to move to Kick. Yeah. Well, I like that bot's name. I kind of did too. Undefined boyfriend. Yeah. A lot of meme streamers who like focus on Publix would really struggle if they changed the rules like that. Which is why I think it should be, you know, you can't control everybody. So if somebody shows up on your stream and is not TOS, you're obligated to block them. You're obligated to hide their avatar. But if somebody just shows up with tits out, I don't think that should be like, punish this person immediately. If your avatar, I don't think you should look at it as a video game character. I think it should be, you should follow all the rules of your character. With regards to other people on your stream, I think it should be, I don't know what it should be. I don't know if it should just be like, hey, this person doesn't have to follow the rules as closely, right? They can have massive underboob out. But like at the same time, if it's your friend walking next to you for 2 hours, I feel like it'd be more appropriate to like say, hey, change to a different avatar, because I could absolutely moderate that. Hi, Ichi. We were talking about you earlier in Throne and Liberty and how you fucking destroyed a raid in 2 buttons. For sure, I think they understood that shit happens and accidents happen. They understood that part, but it still seems weird that it's like they're just being so hard on VTubers and so lax on VR chat. I'm showing up with tits out. Sorry, I fucking might too. Twitch's official policy on it is that you won't get punished immediately for someone else showing up that's breaking the rules, but you're expected to react promptly and make efforts to see that it doesn't happen again. Yes, but like which set of rules, right? So like, let's say Bits shows up and they have a lot of underboob. Am I supposed to like hide them or tell them to switch, or by VR chat's rules, are they totally fine to have underboob out? I'll show up with tits out. Proxy would, not when I'm streaming, but Proxy for a while, he'd show up when it's like clothes are off. This and people do not understand that. I will say it, the day Twitch start policing their pool category, I'll get one respect for them. But by now I don't have a fuck. VR chat rules. I don't trust Twitch anymore, to be honest. I would, but not for you, and I do it for Will. God damn it. Underboob is fine on VR chat with Twitch. It is, and that's what I don't like. Not for Yulin though. I've become more lax with it. I'm honestly just tired of fighting Bits and others on it. To me it makes sense that like, hey, if I can moderate people, if I can hide them, or ask them to switch, that's what I should be doing. But it's just they don't enforce the rules that way. If it's like somebody that's not you on VR chat, or you on VR chat, it seems, they can just be more lax rules than VTubing or IRL. Yulin's policy on cheeks out too. For a long time, the IRL rules have been, you need a solid waistband. You need like something covering the hips and the waist and the genitals, the groin. Like, you need to have a solid waistband. And so that's what I was applying to people. When people came in and they had like butt cleavage or, you know, just panties, and it wasn't a beach day, it was like, I want you to change. I'm only here for some comfy streamers like you and such. I think you get to choose what people wear on your stream. I totally respect it, except for beach day. I feel they did it to pull blame out of themselves and force VTubers and VR chatters to fight, instead of cooperating against this Twitch BS. I don't think it's some class warfare thing. I don't think they're driving a class warfare between streamers on Twitch. I don't know why they would do that. It is annoying. It does kind of cause conflict between the two. I think for the most part, the rational people are like, why are these not the same? They should be the same. I also don't buy the anti-VTuber conspiracy. I don't think there's an anti-VTuber situation. I think there's one, like, there's probably a moderator or something. Hi, Death Popstar. That is like, it seems to be going after VTubers. We have seen, there's a lot of, like, just VTubers getting shit on for no fucking reason. It is like, if it was just one, sure. If it was like 20, that's looking real incriminating. If it's like a fucking new one every week of this VTuber ran into this problem, this VTuber ran into this problem, this VTuber ran into this problem, that's like, oh my god, dude, why? Twitch is censoring me. There's an anti-VTuber conspiracy, which is censoring me. Popstar, hello. That's the conspiracy, you. Please call me Pop-Tart. Okay. Hi Pop-Tart. If I need the milk to flow, I don't need to go on Yapping Bait. I will just go to the pool category. Okay. I'll work on that. I'm too used to seeing a name and immediately writing that. There's clear proof they dump on VTubers constantly. I agree it can be one power-tripping employee, but the fact that Twitch doesn't apologize but rather allows this to keep happening, it's wild when they specifically go out of their way to not apologize. When they unbanned Shondo and they were like, we weren't wrong, but I guess we're just gonna unban you. That was like, the fuck? Can you just say, oops, sorry, we were wrong? But to say we weren't wrong, we're just gonna do this to be nice. It's like, fuck you. Man, I want Pop-Tarts now. I fucking grew up on Pop-Tarts. I cannot tell you how many Pop-Tarts I've eaten, because that is in the hundreds, maybe thousands number. I fucking love Pop-Tarts. They're not healthy. That one was wild. Oh, I must be missing context here. I'll look into it more. I don't know if you're missing context specifically, Octomage. I think it's just more of like the instances, the history of it, right? There are so many times this happened where a VTuber is just dealing with problems that normal people aren't. So like Iron Mouse. This wasn't a Twitch thing. This was a YouTube thing, but Iron Mouse had her channels deleted. And part of that was like, hey, somebody has copy striked you. They're claiming, you know, this is you're using their content. You need to basically sign off on this as the owner of the account with your real name. And she's like, I'm not going to do that because I'm a VTuber and that's going to become publicly available information. I'm not putting my real name out there. And hi Witakun. And YouTube has a policy that's like, okay, you can use a lawyer to do this for you. And she was like, hey, there's this policy that I can use a lawyer to do it for me, right? And they're like, no, you cannot. And that seems very targeted. That seems very like, why are you going after this person who has clear motivation to want to not reveal their name, to want to take advantage of this policy that you have to use a lawyer interim, and you're denying it? That felt very, very targeted. And it was just, it feels like every week there's a new VTuber with a problem dealing with things with established rules, and it's just being YouTube or Twitch is being weird. That one was wild. You can get like protein Pop-Tart knockoffs. I like those. I haven't had those. Now I want to try them. And Twitch has some serious culture issues with their moderation staff. A lot of people using the platform to push their own agenda. Yeah. Hi, the Iron Mouse thing. 2 channels got blocked. It was her VODs channel and her highlights channel. And they've both been restored, basically because of backlash and people being like, you don't fucking go after Iron Mouse like this. Literally everyone likes Iron Mouse and defends her. Even Kaisa Nat defends her. But like, the Iron Mouse is the like really egregious example of how the fuck do you go after Iron Mouse. There's a lot of streamers though, a lot of VTubers that, I don't want to say push the limits, but they're more controversial. And they do not get the same level of like care and, you know, I don't want to say maintenance, but like issues getting fixed as soon as Iron Mouse gets. We can look at Bungo Taiga, who is a very controversial individual. And like, they have been fucking thrown to the wolves. They have just been told like, go fuck yourself. And I'm not saying IRL streamers don't have to deal with this, but no one should have to deal with what Bungo Taiga's had to deal with, and they're a VTuber. Dox yourself or no income. Yeah, that's really messed up. Is it only VTubers that don't have a company they're signed on with? Yes and no. There are VTubers that have a company that have had to deal with these problems. We hear about it most often with VTubers that have a company because they're able to get it fixed and they're, you know, typically a big name. There are a lot of VTubers that don't have a company that are dealing with this. And then there's a lot of IRL people who are also dealing with this as well. You know, we can't say only VTubers are dealing with this shit. IRL people have no problems at all. But it does seem like we hear about it a lot. Like, a lot with, VTubers. There's no reason to have beef with her. I remember that, hey, we're unbanning, but not because we didn't do anything wrong. But, you know, we got backlash. Yeah, that was with Shondo, and that was fucking wild. Nuance. You never go after the barely alive Iron Mouse. I don't know if I can really ever watch Iron Mouse. I've never watched Iron Mouse. She's too big of a streamer that, like, the most important thing in streams for me, the interaction, I can't get from her stream. And so I'm like, I'll always support her. I think she's super fucking rad. I love talking about her. I think she's a great positive person and a massive influence in others as well as just the field. But like, I've never watched her. I don't think you have to watch to support. Elon, it's time to make Operation Save Taiga. I know a lot of people are doing that already. Taiga does not deserve the shit they've gotten. I don't watch YouTubers, so that's all I'm exposed to. Pat Ellie-stro, please. Sure. Ellie deserves pats. Hi. I only know Iron Mouse from YouTube clips and videos. Yeah, she's not really for me either, but I have nothing against her, of course. Yeah, basically, yeah. Only if they Sheikah and Noko. They do often. No pats, others. Proxy. I ended stream yesterday. I took a break to, like, you know, wash up and get a snack. I came back, and I didn't see it right away. But fucking Ellie was, like, literally floating up against the roof with her antlers, like, holding her up in, like, tree branches. Yes. Sheikah and Shinoko. What the? Hang on. What the? I just realized. You've been live for 2 hours and talking here regularly? This fucking goofball. Oh my god. I checked who was live. I had a stream on myself. And I was like, okay, let's switch that to Koyo, get my channel points. There was another stream that had raided somebody. Shockrail raided somebody. So I was like, alright, what stream am I going to now? And then I realized fucking Sumiko has been live for 2 hours. Who? Fucking you, goofball. Wait, this dude isn't walking. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. May I please, Patha? Take care of yourself. It is amazing how poorly YouTube and Twitch treat content creators, considering they are nothing without them. Yeah. Yolanda, would you play Terrors of Nowhere with me? No. No, I would not. No, I'm not. Really? I cannot play Terrors of Nowhere with you, Cairo, because the next thing I need to play is Hat in Time. I need to play that with someone. It's been in the works for a couple months. They were like super nice and they bought Hat in Time and all of the DLC for me. And so I've been putting it off just because of my schedule. But now that my schedule's freeing up, that's like my top priority is get that going. What the fuck do you mean with someone? I'm just saying, right in front of my fucking salad. I'm just saying Hat in Time with that very important friend is my top priority. So I'm not going to commit to, like, Terrors of Nowhere with anyone. Like a real business. I will. I can't. Ellie can explain it's not bad. Wait, where even is that? Oh, right there. That's about the Terrors of Nowhere. It sounds spoopy. I don't wanna.
It's really not that spooky. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. And then I was like, fuck it. I'll socialize. And I was like, oh, this is just funny. This isn't spooky.
I get spooked by Minecraft, remember? I am built differently. I'm on a different scale than normal people. You don't really commit to TON. You just hop in and play. Then you get addicted, apparently. It's probably not for you then. It's just literally tag with NPCs. It's less scary than Lethal Company. Minecraft music spooked me too. Pretty plain. It's pretty boring. That said, play 7 Days to Die. Terror of Nowhere is on VR chat, right? As I understand it, yes. Oh, it's not scary at all. Play Mega Man? Eli, I wish you saw how high I jumped just now. That voice was so loud. Was it Ada? Was she yelling something at you? I'm being paranoid for nothing? Of course, of course. Oh god. My notes. I don't think I even went through half of them. Doc Harris, Dragon Ball Z English narrators passed away. Pyro beat Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. They had a funny first time chatter. Ewan play Visage. Fuck no. Proxy started Satisfactory. Dumbass smacks out 300 iron ingots. Brick Lady, I'll save that for tomorrow. VTuber hits. VTuber hips, I should say. Ladies and gentlemen, they got him. They have arrested the baby slapper. Actually typed out dumbass. That's me. I was so mad in Proxy's chat. I was literally on my way to the grocery store. He's like, oh, I have 300 iron ingots, or iron ore. How did I get these? Well, I don't want to waste them. Ting, 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 ting. And I was like literally leaving the door. I was literally like, I gotta go. I can't argue with him for the next 10 minutes. I literally have to leave. I go to the grocery store. I come back. I sit down. Proxy's still playing Satisfactory. And I was like, yeah, I didn't type this earlier. But listen here, you spoon-fed, window-licking, knuckle-dragging. I was fucking just like, listen here, motherfucker. And then, of course, he was just like, oh, yeah? You want to see me do it again? Yeah? And he starts banging out, like, 798 screws from the rods he's carrying. But yeah, so the baby slapper. There was a guy, I think this was in Brazil. He just started yelling at a family. And they didn't speak Spanish, so they were just like, hey man, we don't know what the problem is, whatever, we don't know what your deal is. And then he just fucking slaps their baby. Like, literally less than a year-old child. He just full force slaps it. And ran. It went viral 2 days ago. They found him, and police got his ass and arrested him. You can't fucking slap a baby. Wait, it's on video? I was having trouble finding a video of it. I was looking through the comments, and people were like, oh yeah, this is just a thing happening lately. Here's a video of the guy who threw scalding coffee on a baby. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with the world, huh? Oh boy, I would chop that guy up and BBQ him alive. Obviously I don't think he should be killed. I do think he needed his ass beat. But like, on the other hand, it's like, people are saying, this is clearly a mental disability thing. And it's like, oh, I don't want to. That sounds wrong when it's like, get his ass. And it's like, oh, well, actually, Ewan play Ewan. Someone to your right, I think. Oh, right. I see what you mean. Actually typed out dumbass. That's me. Me? I don't think they were expecting to hear another voice on stream. So when you spoke, they were just like, oh shit, what was that? The antler comes off. Oink. Sounds like I need to get a gun. Sorry. Slaps roof of baby? No. Okay, I'll eat him slowly. This sounds wrong. There's a special place in hell for the baby slapper. And an ass beating would just be the tip of the iceberg for what he deserves. I cannot believe I'm defending baby slapper. if he was having like a mental breakdown, if he was like bipolar and, you know, 4 months into an episode of Mania to the point that he's literally delirious, hallucinating, can't see straight, can't think straight, and slaps a baby, yeah, I don't think he should be killed. I don't even think he should be punished so much as like he needs fucking help and he needs to be isolated. But like, you can't fucking slap a baby. I don't know what was going on with this guy. I wasn't expecting it, but more than that, it was very loud and right in my ear. Yeah, I'm just close to Elan's head, so it sounded loud as fuck. It happened yesterday with Freya. I wonder how loud the stream is for you, Sumiko. Sounded normal volume to me. Baby Slapper needs to be cursed like Prometheus? Oh, okay. I only eat one finger. I know playing what is a dangerous game, but what if he isekai the baby? No, I agree. I don't think there's justice in this situation, is what I'm saying. I don't think there is a, like, perfectly acceptable, everyone's happy solution, right? If you punish him, what if he was going through shit that, like, just led him to be delirious and not in full control? What if he has bipolar disorder? He's 4 months into an episode of Mania. By the way, for anybody that doesn't know, bipolar disorder is you've experienced mania, which is a medical term, at least once in your life. Mania is something that you start thinking too fast and you can't slow yourself down. It becomes mentally exhausting to the point that your thoughts become fucking stupid. So let's say, this is a real example. A woman has mania. She's thinking 5 times faster than she should. She starts getting to the point where she can't keep up with her thoughts. She starts having thoughts like, Elvis Presley is waiting for me in Memphis. I love Elvis Presley so much, and he loves me. He is waiting at the altar in a church in Memphis for me. He's waiting to marry me. I need to get there now. This is a real woman. This is a real story that happened. This woman, just in her nightgown, 2 a.m., leaves her house and just starts walking down the side of the freeway. She is fully convinced Elvis Presley is in Memphis waiting for her to marry her. And that's just because she's delirious, because for 4 months, she has been thinking at a rate of just, she can't stop her fucking thoughts and they're just fucking going. When somebody is in a state like that, I don't think it's fully fair to hold them accountable for their actions. I do think they need help. You know, I think they need to be isolated. They need to be, you know, in an asylum. But like, for this guy, you know, if he was going through that, and I don't know that he was, you know, this is fucking Reddit comments being like, he's not mentally well. He could have just been a fucking asshole, right? If he was going through this, if he was going through mania, and somehow his mind was like, the world is ending, the aliens are invading, the only way to save the world is to slap that baby in front of you. Slap it as hard as you can. I'm not super down with punishing that guy. Hi, Amino. I'm gonna invade you. Yeah? Personal space. Also, Yulin defending criminals now. Joking. I see where you're coming from. Wait, we slapping you, you ass? Slap that baby. Slap. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that situation. It sucks, right? But at the same time, imagine being the parents, right? Imagine this guy slaps your baby. He runs away. And then the next day, the police are like, hey, just so you know, we caught the guy that slapped your baby. And you're like, great, I want to sue. I want him to be in prison for 10 years. Well, he was sick, right? You know, he wasn't all well. We're not going to punish him. The fuck do you mean you're not going to punish him? He literally slapped my baby. My baby's been crying. My baby couldn't sleep last night. My baby is different and changed because of this. What the fuck do you mean there's no consequences to this? Like, there's no good solution, and it sucks. If you punish him, of course he won't be happy. Universal experience. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that situation. Welcome, Amino Gluter. What do you mean? Yulin defends criminals all the time. I do. I try to like say, hey, let's look at this from their perspective and see like what led to this. At the end of the day, I do think, you know, you do things that break the law. If it's not justifiable, I mean, fuck, even if it is justifiable, there's still consequences. I mean, at the same time, that just sets up the president's ability to slap babies. You can sue him, and the court can decide he goes to the hospital. Let's invade Euland at the same time. Hope he can hold all of us. Oh my goodness. What if that was reincarnated baby Hitler, and he was a time traveler? God damn it. What if slapping reincarnated baby Hitler is what leads to the Second World War II, World War III, and like you tried to stop it, and Hitler, you know, teenage Hitler is sitting there going, I am making this happen because when I was a baby I was slapped, and this injustice will not stand. What if you caused World War III by slapping time traveler baby Hitler? Should have been a defense attorney, lol. Would you rather I do it? That's true. I don't want to test that one bit. Ellie causes World War III confirmed. Gah.
Oopsie.
Oopsie. Hurricane Milton. The hurricane is going to touch down tomorrow. For those that aren't keeping up with it, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. This is the 5th largest hurricane on this side of the planet. I don't know what its size would be on the whole planet, but there was a meteorologist talking about it with it being, technically they said 4th largest, and then their first comment was correcting to 5th largest. Is this just a Florida problem, or do I have to worry in Texas? I don't think you have to worry in Texas, but it's not just Florida. Florida is probably going to be hit the hardest, but it's like the 5 states in there. Georgia, the Carolinas, Louisiana. It's gonna hit a lot of them down there. It has been upgraded to a Category 5 hurricane. The eye of the storm is 3.8 miles wide. The winds are getting up to like 180 miles per hour. The meteorologist talking about it basically said this hurricane is nearing the mathematical limit of what this earth is able to produce with hurricanes over this body of water, which is like, oh god. The phrase nearing the mathematical limit is kind of intimidating. Oops, I accidentally caused World War III. That happened to my buddy Eric. This is a Florida problem. I got a generator, so like last hurricane, I'll be in VR chat so far. Why is Ellie so very cute? Personality, effort, discipline, dedication. The antlers. Perspective? What do you mean perspective? Icy fire. That's rude as hell. Are you sure there's effort? It seems so effortless. That's the thing. You're seeing the side of people that they want you to see. You're not seeing all the stuff behind the scenes. You're not seeing, you know, the work they put into what they show others, right? I know it looks effortless, but with all things, content creation, personality, just somebody's vibe, anything they do, work, it is all the effort that you see and not the stuff you see behind the scenes. I need to get antlers so I too can be cute. It's a word I'm using. One day I'll be cute too. One day, she says. As if she's not already. Nature, mathematical limit, hold my beer. Oh, come on. LOL. Ellie, may I please pet the deer tail? You have a tail? I don't think you do. I think you just took the antlers. Sounds like a no, Nick. Best I can do is ass. Incredible. I technically had 2 other stories, but we yapped a shit ton today, so I'll save them for tomorrow. That's a sick deal, I'd take it. Hi, Zhongli's Heavy Jugs. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I can't be cute, ugly, or cry. That's not true. Damn good deal. Interesting name. We have a very easy target to raid today. It's somebody who hangs out a lot and we love dearly. That's a sick deal. I'd take
Dearly,
it. Sold.
huh?
I'm taking your antlers. My fucking...
No.
Yeah, there you go. Your antler's broken. Fucking dearly, she says. I swear. I swear with this absolute goofball. Thank you for streaming Yulin in chats. Nah, you cute. You got the cuteness personality. Animal abuse.
A boost?
I think she likes the attention. Where am I putting the camera? What was it like in here? We'll do this. I like this. This map is apparently old. I only just found it recently. It's called Stellar Sail. It was published in 22. Oh, that's not that old. I like this map though. It's probably not super safe for DMCA, but oh well. We are going to Sumiko. They're playing Satisfactory. You guys know how I fucking love Satisfactory. This will be very informative and a good lesson for half of you motherfuckers in how to actually build in Satisfactory. Media, proxy. I want you to actually watch how this person builds stuff. Flash raid. Sumiko May. Cool, we got him. Thank you for streaming, Yulin chats. God bless you all, my sweeties. Goodbye, Yulin. Thanks for comfy stream socials. Thank you for fans who love Satisfactory walking our way over. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for the stream. Boy, don't bully media. Why not? I think media fucking likes it. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 5.7 miles. We had our F in the middle of stream. That was frustrating, but it actually didn't bother me that much. It was like, oh man, I hate this, and then within 5 minutes, I was like, yeah, I'm good. We have Stardew Valley later tonight. It might be the last Stardew session. We will see. We'll see. That being said, I love you. I'll see you next Sunday. I'm gonna try to make that a thing. Bye.